Hey, so I kind of made a bit of a giant oopsie here. Oops. Allow me to explain. When Genshin Impact first released, I played for about a month and then I had other things going on so I wasn't able to keep playing and I put the game down for about a year. It was at this time that Raiden Shogun's first banner came out and I think the 1-year anniversary was just getting started and I, for some reason, decided to come back to the game and start a new account. This has come to be known as my Raiden Shogun account because I re-rolled accounts until I pulled a Raiden Shogun. It was also during this time when I made my first YouTube videos doing exactly that on this channel. The first video here was me re-rolling to get Raiden Shogun. The issue that I made was when making new accounts to re-roll on, I was using temporary emails because, you know, I figure I follow some tutorials, they show me that I can use a temporary email, and if I get what I want, I just transfer it to an email that I actually own. That sounded great. Then I did get Raiden Shogun, I went to transfer the email, and for some reason things weren't loading properly, so, you know, being the smart individual, the AI that I am, I'm like, alright, I'll just refresh the page. And then I completely lost access to the temporary email, and thus I would never be able to actually access that email again if I were to need to for some reason. I didn't really care about this at first, but as the channel grew and I was using this as my main account, I kind of realized that might not be the best thing, especially if this game is going to put out content for years to come and I'll keep making videos for it. I don't want to have to fear losing my account or needing to verify something and not being able to. So I set out to contact HoYoVerse, at the time it was miHoYo, and try and get this resolved. I provided all of my account information, I went as in-depth as I could, every character, all the constellations, just everything. And about 15 days later, I got an email back saying they couldn't verify that I own the account, so they couldn't do anything about it. Then on June 15th of this year, I sent another form off to HoYoVerse in hopes of getting this account transferred to a new email. Now, I do have some previous videos talking about this on the channel in terms of the whole email situation. It's not as simple as, oh, just sign in with Twitter or this or the other thing or use your phone, because I couldn't link any of those without the email address. Anything I tried to do, it wanted me to first verify through the email that I no longer had access to. Now, what some people had told me on those videos is if you spend some money in game and then show proof of the receipts, they're more likely to help you with the account because, of course, they want money. But if it's for the Raiden Shogun, you know I have to do it. So I spent a little money reluctantly on Yelan's banner to see if I could maybe get lucky and also snag a copy of Yelan. And this is all of the stuff that I did record and was saving for this video when I had an update on the account. And I guess I accidentally deleted all of that footage because I have to clear out my computer a lot since I don't have enough space to house all of the raw footage. So that's why there's just a bit of a narration now. I was quite excited when I got Yelan, so that would have been cool to throw in the video, but yeah, I can't. Sorry about that. But to summarize all of this, on June 15th, I sent that form off and I included everything in it. But then I had to not touch the account until I got a response. And about 3 days ago, I got just that. This is where I'm gonna cut to the part that I just recorded before this, which was supposed to be the part that I would have recorded after the first part if it was the first part from what I didn't delete before. So now you have this after, but this is before it in the video. Just roll the footage. Today is July 17th. As we stand here staring into the horizon, watching the sunrise over Mondstadt, I have good news to bear. 3 days ago, I received an email telling me that we did, in fact, prove that we own this account. With doing that, we were able to transfer our email to a different one, meaning this account should be completely secure now. So it did cost us a little bit of money, and I do hate that. However, it is for the Raiden Shogun, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. But you know what this means, right? Besides the fact that I'm gonna have to farm on another account. Oh, maybe I didn't think this one through. But it means I have an account that isn't just swords or spells or only for streaming or whatever, so I can just do whatever I want on here. In my email to them, I detailed literally everything about this account. I went through, listed every character, whatever constellations I had for them, talent levels. I went through and listed off my weapons, what level they were, what ascension level they were, some random other items, and here the exact amount of Mora that I had, which of course meant that for 29 days I could not touch this account whatsoever. But this is the account that we started this YouTube channel with. And I think I talked about that in the first part of this video, but honestly I don't remember because that was about a month ago now. This was also the account that we first started doing co-op stuff with. Maybe I'll try to do some more co-op stuff using this account again. Now obviously I'm not going to turn this into like a main series or anything because we already have swords and spells only. We don't need to once again go through all the story quests on another account for YouTube, but I think this account will serve us well for just little random videos that we might want to make. If there's a new event out that I want to make a video for, I'd probably do it on this account. If we want to do co-op, like I said, probably be on this account as well. Now, as you saw in the first part of this video, we did get ourselves a Yelan. That's fantastic. I love that. Little issue that we kind of have here, if you just take a peek, we don't have the chasm. I mean, we have it, but we don't have it yet. And now swords only is going through the second part of the chasm. Spells only is going to have to take on the first part of the chasm. I do not want to do the chasm again, which is why I went into co-op and was just fighting it in other people's worlds. And by it, of course, I mean the Ruin Serpent. So of course, I could go ahead and sometime soon make another video about doing co-op and the Ruin Serpent stuff, but the issue with that is how do I make that entertaining for you? I know I could do the whole riddle thing, but then I probably won't really get to fight it that much, and those take a very long time to try and put together. So if you have any ideas about what you would like to see in terms of me going into co-op with this account and hopefully fighting some of the Ruin Serpents, then let me know down in the comments because I would be very much so open to suggestions. Maybe we try to make people flex? Like for example, let's go take a look at this. What is the highest damage we've done on this account? I'm just gonna warn you now, it's not going to be very high, but let's see. What is it? That's somewhere 128,161. Now, of course, that is with a full team, so this might not be possible to get with only 2 characters. I know some people probably definitely have gotten way higher than that, but what I might do is say go into co-op and tell someone, I want you to try and do X amount of damage, so let's just say 50,000 damage to the Ruin Serpent, and then whatever damage they do to the Ruin Serpent, we then go into the next world and say, it is your goal to beat this amount of damage to the Ruin Serpent. Or maybe that's just an absolutely terrible idea. But you know what I've been having a lot of fun with on this account? Well, besides just playing with the Raiden Shogun, of course. The team I'm using here is pretty fun. Now, I want Yoimiya, and I also wouldn't mind a Kazuha, but our resources are basically completely exhausted. So the odds of that are not looking too good. But basically, this is what I'm talking about. This, okay, and then this, and then this, and just look at all the electricity here. It's just so fun. So many numbers. Now imagine this with, say, a Kazuha as well. That'd be so nice. I should point out though that these characters are not exactly all built because only one of them is actually level 90. She's, yeah, level 50, and then Beto's level 50 as well. So it's not like any of these characters are actually perfectly built, but just as an idea, this team seems pretty fun. So obviously I don't want to take up too much of your time, but there is one more thing I want to do before we end this video. I think it's only fitting that now that we have this account back in our hands, or rather safely back in our hands, we can go ahead and finally crown the Raiden Shogun's burst. Not gonna lie, that's the first time I've ever used a crown. This video has been about a month in the making now. I know it's kind of random, but people do ask from time to time what happened to this account, so now you know. Stay tuned for more Raiden Shogun content in the future, and with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Oh, also, apparently I have an Aquila Favonia just sitting at level 1 on this account for some reason. Not sure why, but I thought that was pretty funny.